all these odd thoughts flicker while these soft parts flutter. Churning all that glitter ain't gold by the digits, so they got 'em in the gutter. You will find it where the road hits the rubber stamp. Hold to the underbelly, fall with the upper hand, please. I tell myself, breathe, tell you part of my reach. I thread the needle through the heart of the dream and see what part of it bleeds.
Since the addition of Exceed, we've been able to play at the tempo at which we were hoping to when picking them up.
Before then, when we were winning scrims, it was usually like a really hard-fought battle to win most of them. And now we'll have a lot of maps where, you know, we win comfortably, and I think things just feel a lot more fluent from a day-to-day.
Our team is playing at a brand new pace, which just allows us to, it just gives us more creative freedom on the map, I'd say.
Statistically, this is our best map count we've had in scrims before an event. Obviously, it's just scrims. You know, we've proved that in our last few events, not doing so great after doing well in scrims, but our hardpoint and domination looks a lot better, and, you know, we're winning S&Ds, so we're definitely really confident. Exceed has definitely brought like some good pacing, obviously. I feel like he's kind of came in as a bit of a playmaker in S&D, which is good. He's also sniping for us now. Out of game, I feel like our team morale is obviously, you know, good. We obviously could be in a bit of a honeymoon period since we've been an actual team for like 3 weeks, but you know, there's one event left, so if we're in a honeymoon period, that's fine with me.
It's been a really big like learning experience for me, going from, you know, playing with different like amateur players to playing with the pro players, because it really is different. Like the way that people play, it's completely different. The way that people look at things, and you know, the way they prepare is completely different too. So it's super exciting to like get that experience, I guess you could say, and get the chance to do that. And after you get into that, you really do become a better player, because like, you know, they've always said that like the AM players and the pro players, like the skill wise is somewhat the same, but it's the mentality and how they prepare and stuff that changes it, and it really is true.
I've been doing a bit of recon on New York myself, you know, trying to figure out what they're thinking. I've been checking to see who they play on the GB ladder. I've been monitoring their scrims and how they're going. I have every strat they use on every potential S&D map we can play written out in a sheet for the players to come review when they get here. They've been running the same exact strats every single event, so I think we might be able to hard counter them in S&D. They're also the only team that's currently still running 3 ARs, which I think with the addition of Caden, we can definitely outpace them now. And if we play good response, I think it should be an easy series for us.
Tommy and like Attach were people that like I grew up watching playing, and so it's like it puts not pressure but more excitement for me, because I want to go in there and I want to kick their asses because I want to win.
Whoever we're playing can be better than us 99% of the time. It doesn't matter. We need to be better than them for an hour and a half on one day. That's all it is.
Before, it was, okay, how do we get better? How do we get better? All that matters is that we win the big one. Well, the big ones come. The goal is still the same. How do we win the big one? The goal is no longer long term. The goal it's a 2-week vision, and it's how can you hyperactively prepare yourself for the last tournament of the year.
Any one good tournament you need to have, it might as well be at COD Champs. That is where you need to be at your best. And of course, Exceed, the perfect man to watch here on Ramaza to see exactly what he's going to be able to pull off. And frankly, for him, in my mind, it's important just to acknowledge Exceed once again, the main storyline for this team. 15 kills to his name, still lighting up the kill feed, still keeping up that level of production, and obviously we see that in the scoreboard. For ROKKR, they got to rotate, but they also have to contest. Nobody is truly nearby, gets cut off along the way, and that might be the story of the game. You break one important hill, you get the win.
How is this guy 10 and 14?
get the flank now. The timing could be fantastic. Blood goes to Silly, but Assault get there very quickly. Chance final thing. He gets one on the board as well, and it could be a perfect round. It's on accuracy, and a great start there from Minnesota ROKKR.
Great start.
Assault's going to pick up that bomb.
Exceed, by the way, has been godlike so far, right?
The immediate trade of Zuma 10 through the smoke. Lovely work. 10 on the second as well. And there's the snipe from Exceed. It's all on Exceed now.
Body stacked around B and attaches by himself, and the entire ROKKR team is coming.
Ooh, Exceed. He's going to keep the flank open at A. And now this 1 versus 1. Ed Sun is still active there as Assault finds one through middle, and a brilliant. He's got eyes on no one just yet. There's one kill on Alex. Can he find another? There is the final shot. Wait, was a snipe from Exceed.
Okay, go, baby! I'm not gonna lie. This kill right here, I didn't see him at all. I just kill cam. Right here. I just shot. I was like,
Mr. Hard Counter!
Dude, I knew. Let's go.
Beast Hawk and a big boy. I really didn't want to do this, but I'm getting
it's the fat duo! The fat duo, baby!
Let's go. Take a deep breath. One big inhale, one big exhale, and just execute. No frantic no solo plays. Play together, set pace.
Cats get a full wipe again and then start pushing B.
We go for an Astro Gaming listen in with Minnesota ROKKR.
Treat it like normal. We don't know exactly how good New York Subliners are at this map. They're obviously still good.
Yes.
He needs to step it up on this Hackney yard, starting on the good side.
Starting on the good side. Game 4. Here we go. The spawns are still close. Attachno, he's going to manage to make his way in. He goes down as well. Now Max up next. Silly finds the kills and is back and forth on the point. The final 30 goes the way of whoever can find these next set of kills, and somehow accuracy stays alive.
It was such a close attempt by 10, but of course, as soon as he gets that hill, two players spawn up underneath him. Now you got Assault trying to be the cutoff man, and even if he falls, the teammates support it.
Trying to break him from the side. Silly and Exceed finding those kills. Asim with kills of his own. 10 kills. 20 now for the win for Subliners. 2 seconds for ROKKR. Get in on the point. Slay these players out, but you absolutely have to get it done here. One more push, ROKKR. This is to keep the series alive. This is for the game 5 and attach. He's going to keep getting these kills. Chance, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Subliners, they're holding the line. They're keeping the kills coming, and that's going to be it. It's a 3-1. The New York Subliners, they never say die, and ROKKR just unable to close it out there.
Bro. That's right. Oh, let's work off the daggers.
First of all, it's all good because we're literally going to have optics. Secondly, if we play Hackney ever again, Hackney hardpoint, it's P5 going to P1. We win on P1, and we're calling out push out, push out, push out. We have to leave a fucking spawn open for them to spawn P5. We can't block both P5 spawns and expect to flip. Where the fuck are they going to spawn? We have to push out one side. We blocked yellow and green.
Oh my god, you can't make this up, dude. I'm fucking control. Wow. What do I know?
It's the same dude, it's always something. Can't trade.
Wait, bro,
But why are you guys not looking opposite direction?
We need to cut it now because we've been arguing in circles about these same 10 things for probably 45 minutes now, and we just need to cut it and we'll talk about things in detail when we're a bit more relaxed, like tomorrow or something.
Put that in there, I want to get fined.
I mean, that's the best motivation I could ever possibly
Dude, I just want to play already.
Yeah, that plays are different place.
You are about to absolutely demolish this Austin guy.
Listen, bro, every life on the map matters. More importantly, make sure you're breathing all game, especially when it comes to crunch time. It's like, I would love to hear someone say in the comms if the game starts getting hectic at the end. If we're just thinking about every life we have, like, we're gonna win.
There's going to be a long road ahead of them, Chance. Let's get into this with my friend Azir K.
Yep, so rifle man's world right now. Silly can only get so much done alone, and Exceed now brings the MP5 to the fight, gets it done at range there on the Quavo. Slash is going to be up next, and Exceed finds himself a third in a row.
Opening shots, the nade's going to be there. That may deal some damage. There it is. Slasher goes down. Quavo need. Alex is there to back him up. ROKKR playing this one like a fiddle. He's watching through the center of the cave, and Silly's up there by top sandbags. This is a great looking hold right now from ROKKR. 3 kills now in a row for Assault. The push now through middle. Silly finds his first. Grass is going to be up next, and Silly taken down. He can. Now we have them on point. Hollow from behind finds himself 2 kills. Can he get any more? He can't get it. Alex is going to be there. Silly now on the point, and we have to see OGLA dive onto this one. Draza bringing the shots out there with the MP5, and there's 2 seconds for the win. Draza once again. OGLA, they take map number 1.
Dude. That guy getting lower here. Yeah.
Just drop it now. Drop it, folks in the pick.
Draza will always be A side, top shoe, or he's going to try to make a pick like mid tracks. Him and Austin's going to play mid buses every round, and he's going to rotate to where the pressure is. If on offense they are not fast A, they have not played a single slow A round ever. If they are not fast A, they are going B. Yep, those are their key tendencies. They kind of mix it up. It's way harder to hard counter them on this map than it was New York on Peak, so there wasn't much to put down. It's the real constants are Draza, Darien, and Austin.
The mid bus?
Yeah.
What, the snipe?
No, push back.
Nah, they're going B-side, they're going B-side.
Let's get into this one, Chance.
First blood maybe by way of sniper. TJ looking for that opening cross. The smoke out a little bit too late. TJ with the timing and Exceed for the response. Blink.
Take that position. Alex finds the first blood. Bomb goes down. A second for Alex. Lovely bit of work there.
Dominoes at this point. Silly again. We've said it for different players on Minnesota. Last man standing. And frankly, not a lot of time, not a little love, nothing to work with.
It's going to be Quavo and Alex exchanging gunfire. Draza gets involved as well. Quavo finds the first, the second. Can he use Savage? And just like that, Assault.
That was a fun match.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Bro, I got hit with a nade in our spawn. Damn.
We have a gun runner hardpoint that we have absolutely on them on for weeks, and then we have our S&D map pick. Like, this is it, brothers. Kill or be killed. We have to come out and on them. There's nothing stopping us from being able to spawn in and take over this game. Everyone needs to go big. Everyone needs to think about what their best attribute to this team is and make sure they take advantage of that. There's absolutely no reason to lose like this and to lose to this team. We are way better than them. Everyone needs to start acting like it and everyone needs to execute. This is the fun.
Yeah. Give Run a believe that they can come back from.
They do not want to lose, and they do not want to go out like this, not in the biggest tournament of the year. But for Minnesota, got to pull off the reverse sweep, do or die back against the wall, or Rocky Gaming potentially a $75,000.
Any major takeaways from this first half so far? I mean, obviously there's a bit of a scoreline disparity, but ROKKR not looking
posted up on event. It takes 2 players to take Slasher down, and now the break is here for Minnesota ROKKR. 2.5 minutes left in the game, only down by 30 points. This is still very winnable. Oh, Assault is actually doing a very nice job, responsible for keeping the A flag, and Quavo, who got traded. Alex is going to be there as well. And Minnesota, by the way, they needed that C flag play. They're able to hold this triple cap for just long enough that I think they're down by what? Maybe 18 points with a minute and a half left. I think they might be close to the point where they can just hold the 2 flag setup and win, but maybe 9 seconds, 30 seconds left. ROKKR already to the point. They're going to need the triple cap, but with the pressure that they have with Optic Gaming slaying like this, it cannot be done across the board. And on the flip side, obviously not the case. Dominant fashion for that 3-0 and for Optic
And on that note, followed 0 rules. We literally just scream over each other, run around, don't hold anything.
Dude, I mean, it's the same fucking people breaking it. It's not, it'd be different.
But we lost by what? What did we lose by? 2-5 or something? Like, bro, and we just leave that white time right there. Like, what do? Give up curve and just run into the hill? Like, literally, I feel like this year has taken 10 years off my life. I've never been so infinitely stressed out playing Call of Duty. This whole time, I feel like I can't even focus on what I have to do a lot of times. And I'm even trying to small talk is so difficult because I have to repeat something 10 times to warrant a response. Like, I literally, it doesn't matter what I say. Like, even if I don't even hear Adam half the time because half our team's screaming call outs.
Literally with my headset on during that hard point, bro, I could not hear like anything Adam said.
Bro, you feel like you have to turn your volume down, right? Like,
did we not address that before the match even started?
Yes, we did.
I'll never forget this year of my life. I learned more about myself working with you guys every day than I think I've learned about myself throughout my entire 24 years on this earth. Just want to say that I love you guys and I'm happy there's no one else I would have rather done this year with. I'm heartbroken that we couldn't finish how we started, but damn, it just sucks.
I think everyone was just sitting there like, obviously everyone was pissed. You could tell everyone was pissed we lost, but it was more so like just a shock that we lost that early when we were so confident going to this event, because we really did improve a lot. Like, this was a no bull you fans or nothing, that we just like improved after dropping GodRx. Like, we looked a lot better. The search against New York, we looked really good. I don't remember the last time we won a search like that. Just didn't close out, but yeah, everyone was just like shocked. You could just tell. Not too many words said, just shock. It just didn't go away. Nothing seemed to be going our way for the past while. It's just, I don't even know, it's just unlucky. Like, at the end of the day, like, it comes down to like the small things. Like, it's like at the start of the year we were winning all those small things, like those small plays, but like it just seemed like we could not win those close tight games because nothing would like go our way. And I mean, half the time it was us, like, but it just, nothing would go our way.
It's the hardest thing is looking back on it, saying like, you know, if we did this, we would have won, or it's just like, you know, it's just because we really felt like we were really good going into that tournament, and it was just simple, just late game stuff that ended up like keeping us from winning, which was tough. So,
I mean, honestly, after the Optic series, I was pretty mad because I could kind of see us getting came back on in that cave, us kind of getting knocked out by ourselves, in my opinion. You know, there's no promise we would have won that series, but the fact that the first map, which was like our first sure map pick, our scrim record on that is like 12-2 since we picked up Kaden. It's a free win for us, and us beating ourselves to ultimately get knocked out of the event is just, it really sucks. I don't think there's really much to say after that, especially since the season is over, but yeah.
We just choked in the first map, and then they just caught fire from that crazy win. And sometimes momentum is literally the most important thing in Call of Duty, and it's impossible to beat a team if they're just super hyped up on momentum.
You know, they were playing well. They weren't making any, and if they did, very minimal mistakes. So, you know, hats off to them. They played well, and we just weren't on top of our game, I feel like, that match.
Yeah, I know a lot of people question some of the decisions we were not making. There's a lot more that goes into it. And I feel like as a coach, part of the job is kind of taking the blame for those situations, because you don't want any blame ever put on the players. And, you know, even if you do feel like you're at fault or not, you kind of just have to take everything to the chin and accept it and kind of shield the players from, you know, all the negative backlash as much as you can.
You know, it was cool being able to showcase my talents. It's tough that it didn't go the way that we wanted it to, but, you know, I'm still young and I still have a lot to prove, and so.
We always think about how can we make this team back to being good again, or back to being a top contending team. And it just simply couldn't be done.
Call me crazy, but it makes sense. Oh, I'm too tired to think about it. Does it make you worry now? 'Cause I've been talking.
Brett, it's so crazy that just a year ago around this time, you and I were building this roster. What has the whole year been like? Just not only from like the team perspective, but just the organization as a whole.
Yeah, it's amazing to reflect back on the whole past year, where we think about where we started in a small office in the Vikings facility, and just, looking at names on a sheet of paper, and just everything was in front of us.
Just a year ago, we were like formulating this team, and it's honestly feels weird to think back on. Even if you think back to like the first episode of SAGA, like when we were sitting down duo interviewing for the episode 1, like does that not feel like 4 years ago? Like it feels like crazy. It feels like forever ago. And so it's been a wild ride. I think one of my favorite parts of like the season, God, I think it obviously has to be hosting the first event, just because it was such a great way to like start off the year. And obviously like the fact that we did get to host it and see all of our fans of this literally a brand new team, and seeing Minnesota take to them was really special for me.
Launch weekend was amazing start to finish, but the thing that I think years from now I'll always remember is the feeling in the venue in LA when they started chanting "Let's go ROKKR" in a venue that wasn't ours, not our hometown crowd.
Versus Dallas, who has Crimsix and Clayster, two of the most prolific just even characters in the COD scene. Like it blew my mind when we heard it on broadcast at the watch party here in Minnesota.
The crowd kind of like thought we were gonna lose, and you can like kind of feel it in the atmosphere. Like everyone was like kind of like shook almost, like because Dallas had like a good P5 hold, and we had one chance to break, and Sim got a crazy nade. We ended up breaking the hill, and that's probably one of the craziest hard points of the whole year. So I mean that's one play from an event that really stands out to me still.
Go, go, go! Get in! They're able to get in! Everybody is into the point! 247! 247! It's madness inside! ROKKR! They do it!
And then I took off my headset, and I didn't realize how loud the crowd was screaming when that happened. I was just so hyped. I remember I sat there too, and then I like said something to Justin. I was just like, "Oh my god!" And then yeah, those are pretty much the high moments, I would say.
In that moment when they were cheering for us, I mean, it means a lot to us, because me and Adam especially, we're always used to being underdogs, and the way the series was going, I feel like it's just like very on brand to cheer for us, like the underdog, like making the comeback. It's super awesome, especially considering it's not our hometown thing. But with both LA teams out at that event at that point, they kind of needed someone to cheer for, and I'm glad it was us.
I feel like this team I feel like everyone just got along just really well, you know? Like everyone was just good friends from the start, really. And it was a good time.
Just want to say thank you to all the fans that supported us throughout this entire year. I know this season didn't end the way we wanted to, and we're sorry we couldn't bring you guys more at the end of the year, but you guys were still supporting us through the thick and thin, so thank you guys so much for everything this year.
Thank you everyone who's watched Saga this year. Thank you for all the love and support you guys give me on social media. I feel like it really helped me, like for my confidence as well, just at launch weekend and stuff, to see so many people have me as their favorite player. I feel like I'm sort of like kind of like a Westbrook of the NBA in the CDL. So many people love like my energy and stuff, so I really appreciate everyone who's shown me love and just seeing all the stuff that I bring to this team.
I just want to thank all the fans, the staff at ROKKR, all the players, Jake, and whoever else isn't encompassed in that bubble for everything they've done for us this year. All the support we've had from all fronts has been nothing short of amazing. I know the season didn't pan out how any of us intended it to, and take the blame for that, and really sorry that that's how things went, but promise you it's going to be better.
Thank you to ROKKR. Thank you to the Wilfs for making this possible, for trusting in not only esports but the Call of Duty League enough to build a second Minnesota franchise around it. Thank you to Brett Diamond, the COO, Ashley behind the camera, Eric for always coming out and recording, Annie for crushing it on the marketing side. ROKKR really put together a world-class group of people to help run this thing who were alongside us every step of the way. And words cannot describe how grateful I am for that. It all boils down to the simple 2 words of thank you, but those will never do what you all have done for me justice. From the bottom of my heart, I will never forget this moment in my life, and I want to thank you all for that.
The goal for the offseason has to be building a championship caliber squad. The teams that have been winning were built in the offseason. So I think the offseason is extremely important and critical going into next year.
I do not want our fans to have a doubt in the back of their mind that something like this could happen again.
We were all in a position where we had to defy these expectations and make a name for ourselves earlier in the year, and we're going to be in that same position next year. We've done it before, we can easily do it again.